Hey guys, my name is Abe Slocum and welcome to Recovery in Real Estate. Today I had the privilege to have my good friend Bobby Moran on as a guest, and he's a great friend. We met we actually met on at a recovery function, and he approached me. He saw some posts of mine. I was posting about running, and he was interested in getting into running, and we started to communicate through that. And since then, we've competed in triathlons together. He's become a very good friend, somebody I can call, an accountability partner. He's also become a homeowner during that time. Super happy to have him on today. Bobby, man, welcome to the show. Welcome to Recovery in Real Estate. I appreciate you taking the time out your day and come and sit down, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. No, yeah, I appreciate you. Everything we accomplished since we've known each other. It's been a ride.
Oh yeah, it's definitely been a ride. We've known each other for probably a little less than probably 2 years,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and we've got to compete and uh, do some things that a lot of people don't get to do.
Yeah,
Jump
yeah.
in the water, swim with a bunch of people, ride a bike, run, all that stuff. We
Definitely experience. Yeah,
yeah we ride. We get to ride almost every Saturday, and
yeah.
get to know each other a little more and talk about life. There's nothing wrong with that, man. So, well, I know you've seen the show and what I'm doing, and I'm very grateful to have you here. And you know, I know you have, you know, now you're in recovery, you're sober, you bought a house, you bought a nice fancy bike, you got to accomplish some things, and the whole objective of this show is to really be able to reach an audience of people to show that anything is really possible, especially when you get sober. And so, what was what was life like before sobriety?
My life before sobriety, chaos,
Chaos, yeah.
pure chaos. Just didn't do anything I was supposed to do. Just selfish individual. You know what I'm saying? Always seeking pleasure and stuff like that. So it was a in and out of jail. It was rough, But I'm fortunate that what I'm saying today. I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't make it. You know what I'm saying? They get in the system where they can't get out. Prisons and stuff like that. Or a lot of people I know die. Especially in their program. You know what I'm saying? Since I go back and see people at the rehabs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I see individuals in there, and then I see them back in the street, or I see a obituary on my Facebook ad. So you know what I'm saying? I'm very fortunate to be here. I think I'm like 3.5 years sober. I don't really keep track. I'm
Yeah.
sober today, and I'll, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So when you were, living that lifestyle in and out of jail, and things like that, what was kind of like a turning point for you where you were just like, because I mean, I know I've gone down that road, and I know for me, I would start to think that I was crazy because I was like, why am I going to do this to myself again? And then I end up in the same situation, and I'm like, man, like I don't know why I can't stop. And what was the what was like the turning point where it was just like the surrender? You throw your hands up, and you're like, man,
It's just the misery of it. You know what I'm saying? The having to start over. You know what I'm saying? Go to jail, you lose a vehicle, you lose a house, you lose all your clothes, you lose everything, and you get out, you start over, and you go through that process. Then you relapse, and then go back down the same road, get arrested, lose. It's just was a cycle that was miserable. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted out. I truly wanted out, but I kept on testing in different angles and stuff. Like maybe I can just drink, or maybe I can just do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah,
went out and tested. I was making sure that I couldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Then
yeah.
I got to the realization that hey, look, you can't do nothing. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with some handcuffs. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, no,
Like,
no, 100%. You're like, maybe I'll just drink on the weekends.
yeah, yeah. Like it never worked out, but
It might work out for a couple weekends,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Hey, look, I don't want nothing you got. I'm good where I'm at.
yeah. So you got sober. You said 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, 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 yeah. May 25th.
May
22.
That's right, because I'm May 24th. So that's awesome, man. Yeah, we're a day apart. So did you go to treatment or get out of jail or like, what happened?
I went to treatment in handcuffs.
Oh, okay. Straight from jail to treatment.
Yeah. I always, apply people that go to treatment from the street.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of them people because if I could just walk out the door, eventually I'm a make up some reason in my mind like, oh, this counselor is bullshit, or
Yeah.
I'm about to, I'm having a problem with this, and I'll leave. But when there was consequences, hey, it's either do the work and stay in this rehab, or you're going back to jail in a dorm with a bunch of men, and you're gonna be miserable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, I took advantage of the situation the last time I went in. I was like, look, give me the paperwork. Let me do the steps. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
give me somebody in here to do my fifth step. I mean, like, they had somebody come in there and like looked at me with my tattoo. And it was like, yeah, you ain't gotta really do the fifth. Like, he just didn't do the fifth step with me. And told my counselor, I was like, look, he didn't do it. So I redid it again
Yeah.
because I truly wanted it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wanted to have a better life. You know what I'm saying? So I did the steps this time. I don't know. I never did them before.
Yeah. 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 That happens a lot with people. They say like they'll get through some of them and then get a girlfriend or a job or
Oh,
whatever, and then
absolutely. Yeah, I've done it before. Yeah, yeah.
and then at the end of the day, it's all about uh, helping the next person, and I know you're somebody I can call. You've helped me with some maintenance things, and painting, and I know you're really good at what you do. So you get sober, and then you went back to working. What kind of work do you do?
I am a maintenance supervisor at an apartment complex. I started there like right after I got out of treatment. I had a couple jobs previous to that, but it just interfered with the IOP program. So I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm working this program. I gotta stick to this. So I let go of them job. Ended up with this job with a temp company. Um, the dude that was my supervisor wasn't from here. He wanted to go back to Florida. And it was like, if you got your air conditioning certification and your pool certification, when I leave, you could take over as the maintenance supervisor. So um, I did what I needed to do, got my certification and stuff like that. And then when he left, you know what I'm saying, I got promoted to maintenance supervisor.
That's awesome, man. And you've been there over 3 years.
Yeah. Over the years, yeah.
That's amazing. And now you're working on getting your real estate license, huh?
Absolutely. I'm topped out at my pay where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like I make good money. I got a nice house. I got a nice car. I got everything I want. But you know what I'm saying? It's just the extra thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm like 92% done with my course, and I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's good, man. Yeah, maybe it's a side hustle, maybe it becomes a full-time hustle, and you have the maintenance background to where you can, like I told you before, you have an angle with that to where in a niche where you can help people get their house ready, fix it up, and then also be able to sell it. And then you can also walk into a house and be able to kind of quote things out in your head where I can't walk into a house and say, "Oh, this is worth that much. Okay, this has to get fixed." So that's definitely an advantage. So you're sober, job, you have a house, you're in a relationship. Um, how have the relationships changed with your family since getting sober? And I know that doesn't happen right away, it
yeah.
takes some time. But how is that the relationships with your family and your loved ones over time? How has that changed?
It's my relationships are good with my family. Like I noticed, like it took a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because they see me get sober and they seen my desire. And like when I told them I wanted to be sober, like I meant it then,
Yeah,
but then something would happen and I would manipulate myself into doing it one time and it'd be over with. So, I mean, they've seen me try this, you know what I'm saying, multiple times, but this time, you know what I'm saying, it's I've been able to withstand and you know what I'm saying I'm a strong. I think I learned something every time I went to rehab. Like this counselor helped me out this way. This counselor helped me out this way. And I use that as building blocks until eventually I got to where I'm at. But yeah, my family they support me 100%. I don't think there's nothing nothing that I can ask them for or do. But I basically just try to do for them. You know what I'm saying? They've been carrying me all this time, getting me out of jail and stuff like that. So you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's sometimes the you go through the amends process and or make amends and say your sorries and things like that to your family. And sometimes the best thing you can do is just continue to do what you're doing, and that's all they really want to see, because a lot of times we don't realize the damage or the chaos that we're causing, and the sleepless nights of the moms and the prayers and things like that, because we're out running the streets or incarcerated or not communicate with them. And it's always a blessing to be able to walk the walk, and talk the talk. And I know for me and my family, like my mom, she'll, if she has a missed call in the middle of the night, and I'm 7 years sober, she'll call me in the morning. Hey, everything good? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? Hey, I had a missed call in the middle of the night. I'm like, I was sleeping. I'm like, what? I'm not in jail, and but all those years of
Yeah.
to where. So, man, I really appreciate you coming on. My last question for you would be, if somebody's watching and they're struggling and they don't think that, you know, this life is possible, what would you have to say to them?
Go to a treatment center, you know what I'm saying? Find that silence, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, the past happened. There's nothing you can do about it, you know what I'm saying? You got regrets, people got regrets against you. You have to make peace with that because you can't move forward until you do. You can't be actively, you know what I'm saying, mad or angry because that's all toxic traits, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to let go of the anger. I was a real angry person that, you know what I'm saying? It was like a defense mechanism, you know what I'm saying? I would just lash out or you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I had to let that anger go. You know, it didn't serve no purpose in my life. So you know what I'm saying? You have to, you know what I'm saying? Just acknowledge the past happened, you know what I'm saying? And decide to move forward, you know what I'm saying? Put the work in, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, the treatment was awesome, this club stuff was awesome, you know. I started going to church again, you know. I got a good relationship with God. I got, you know what I'm saying, all my family and stuff like that support me now. So, you know what I'm saying? Make peace with your past, you know what I'm saying? Be productive in your life, you know what I'm saying? Find your hobby. I got, you know what I'm saying? I ride the bike, you know what I'm saying? I used to invest in crypto. Now I'm doing real estate school. You know, I got a lot of things. I'm always doing something. I stay active. You know what I'm saying? I don't let stale time be around me because it's,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
idle time.
Yeah. I don't do that. I stay busy 100% of the time. I barely get to sleep enough, but hey, I enjoy my life today. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's all about, man. Well, look, I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
All right.